Welcome back to some more builds. We're building a cat house today. This is just part one, which you will learn about why I'm splitting it into two parts. At the end, you'll be like, oh, okay, I gotcha. But ultimately, if you want me just to compile them into one video about my experience of building the cat house without all the other stuff, let me know. But let's just get into it. Introducing you to the cats for whom I am making this house. This is Sunshine, such a cute little ray of sunshine. And you might wonder if these cats are bought. No, they just wander to our house. This is how we get pets. They just show up. And this is Shadow, so cute. Okay, I just googled like animal house, and luckily I came across this Wilker-Doos plan, and it was really easy, and she had different videos and instructions that were just so easy to follow. So we just got our supplies, and I made my older brother help me. I tricked him into it, so thank goodness. And then I just want to be real honest, this is the workspace. I don't have a fancy workspace. This is an old garage, half filled with stuff, but it's gonna do the job. Works, you know? My older brother Mark, and he is going to teach me how to use this saw that I am so scared to use. So just like ever, I really recommend asking for help and having somebody show you how to do it. Holy smokes, guys, that was my first time. And so I just kept making those little cuts with his guidance until I could do it all by myself.
Oh, well, because we're lazy and not following the plans exactly and decided not to go through all the effort of ripping 2x4s in half, we're just going to keep 2x4s at length for the uprights. But because we don't want to lose floor space, we have some 1.5 by 1.5 we're going to cut to length for the longer part of the cat house floor joist.
Cool. Okay, at this point, I'm just showing off. Yeah, I know how to use this thing. And I'm not even afraid. Except a little bit I am, but I'm still doing it because I'm brave as hell. And then, guess what? Learned how to use another thing. This pocket hole jig, which sounds like a fake thing, but it's not. It's a real thing that's very useful, that you think might be complicated, but guess what? It's pretty darn easy. And if I can do it, you can do it. So here I am just using the hell out of this pocket hole jig, just being real professional, making no mistakes along the way, being a perfect little angel. Just kidding, we all know I made mistakes. But that's okay, because my brother was there to help me fix them, and it's not the end of the world.
What? Yeah.
Oh, another scene of me just using this saw like a damn professional. Yeah, because guess what happens? It's gonna blow your freaking mind. I lined it up perfectly. First try. Nice. Told ya.
better though. Okay, now pocket holes.
Okay,
So
what are
you want
those?
to make it a double now.
So I did a ton more pocket holes, and then it was time to start putting the frame together, and we had to make sure it was like perfectly straight 90 degrees. So he had this fancy little thing. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll link it down below. But it was very handy dandy, and it helped us just get perfectly straight 90-degree frame, which helps it be its strongest self, just like we're trying to be our strongest selves, which is pretty cool. And then he taught me how to use it, so here I am trying to use it, and then ooh, what do you know, here I am using it. Whoa, see how straight those angles are? See how perfect that 90 degrees is? That's because this machine that I refuse to look up the name while I'm doing this voiceover. But I will link it below, like I said, because it is very cool, and I'm impressed by it, and I wish I knew the name of it right now. You read that right. There's another saw that we're using. Am I afraid to use it? Yeah. But is my brother going to teach me how to use it safely so I don't cut any limbs off? Yeah. See, he's setting it up for me, making sure it's working good so that when I use it, I don't cut anything off. Lo and behold, I did not cut anything off. Woohoo! Okay, so now we want to insulate this bad boy so the cats can be warm in the winter. So we're putting insulation all along the inside. So right now we're just measuring that out on there. And we're tracing, we're using rulers, we're getting straight lines. Because we are professionals and we're doing a professional job. Dang it. As you can see, here are our traced insulation pieces that are ready to be cut out. And then guys, I cannot stress to you enough, I am saving your life right now by muting this clip. This was certainly the fastest way to cut them out, and no matter how we cut it out, it was making this horrible sound. But like, this was such an awful, awful sound. I really hope I don't ever have to work with this material again, just for the sound factor. It's a no for me, dog, even though it's going to keep those kitties warm, so I guess it's worth it. Now you get to see the true power of teamwork. So we're putting on the sides because our frame is all built. We have the bottom piece put in. And so we are drilling first and then screwing in each screw. So my brother's drilling and then I'm screwing, which is teamwork. And if you haven't heard it before, it actually makes the dream work. So that's just science for you. Sunshine got hit by a car this morning. Which is all part of having an outdoor cat. It obviously doesn't make it less painful when they die. And so we have had a sad house this morning. And Shadow is extra cuddly. So we're gonna bury Sunshine, and I'll finish the house for Shadow. This is some footage from the little funeral we had. My sweet nephew put flowers all around that poor little kitty, and then each of my nephews either drew a picture or wrote a little note or a letter for Sunshine, and we buried them with her. And then my nephews shoved some flowers in the ground, which is perfect. Okay, back to work, and today my nephews wanted to help me, which I think was therapeutic for all of us, and it just felt really, really nice to work with them and also to teach them some skills that I have learned along the way. So this is the last side that we have to put on, and then we'll have 4 walls to our little house, which is exciting. And so we, went over all the rules for how to be safe with a drill, and he was so excited to use it, which is so fun. I love that, I learned things yesterday that I can teach them today. I love passing on information and spending time with my nephews. This was my nephew showing me the letter he had written for Sunshine, so of course I had to take a break and go read that and show him some love. More teamwork making the freaking dream work. But like I said, it really was just therapeutic to work on this with my nephews. They love those cats just as much as I do, and to be able to protect something and nurture it and care for it, I think has been really beneficial for all of us. We had so much fun working on this together, and just having them be able to help me and use the tools with me has been really cool. And then what do you know? This thing is finally starting to look like a little house. It's so exciting. So, as I said, Sunshine died that morning, and it was extremely traumatic. My nephews watched that sweet cat get run over by a car, and it was just very traumatic. We had a funeral for sweet Sunshine, and I started to get to work on the house after all of that. But then that same day that Sunshine died, I got a text saying that my grandma, who is on hospice, wasn't going to make it another 24 hours. And so I went up to be with her, and she passed away the same day that Sunshine passed away. I will not say which loss is greater, because I hope that's obvious. Actually, you don't know my relationship with my grandma. That was a huge loss for me. And just since then, I haven't worked on the cat house because of everything. Here's that video if you want to learn a little bit more about that experience. But, I am feeling more creative, industrious, inspired. I'm coming back to that version of myself. I don't know how to word that, but I'm feeling better. And so I'm going to finish the cat house. And recording this right now is real motivation to do so. Thanks for hanging in here with me. Like I said, if you would rather me just compile it into one video, let me know. And I hope you're having a better while than I have been. And if you're not, my heart is freaking with you. Thank you for watching this. You should subscribe. Probably. Also, I have decided I'm going to let grief not make me bitter. I'm going to let it make me weirder. So I'm just really excited about that journey. And I will keep you all along for the ride. Okay, enough about existential feelings and stuff. Cat house. Thanks, guys. Bye.